Right.
Hi, I'm Seamless, and today is Saturday, which means it's time for a guest live stream, which is totally awesome. And today I have Zardonic. I can never point in the right direction. There we go. It's like over here. There we go. Ha! Zardonic.
It's right
That's him.
here.
Yeah.
How's everyone doing?
Everyone is doing good. FL
Uh,
Masters. That's us.
that's
Because Zardonic
that's right.
uses FL as well. How cool is that?
Oh, dude. Uh, I mean, we can spend the entire interview just me bragging about FL Studio, like trying to be their marketing, like I don't know, like their what's the name? The fucking PR guy.
Yeah.
Like if they need a PR guy, I can do it forever. I love FL Studio in ways people cannot imagine.
I know that feel. By the way, people who are watching, if you didn't know, ImageLine actually did a power user interview for Zardonic. So if you're interested in that, you should go to the website and check out the power users list because he's there. I'm there too. We're both there. Everyone is there. Everyone
Yeah,
who's
yeah, yeah.
pretty good. It's pretty great. Power user club
Proud
unite.
power users.
Yeah.
Yeah. It actually felt like that when I mean the story was kind of like, well, this is an interview, but it's always interesting to talk about. Like,
Hmm.
okay, there's this huge fucking drama about getting dollars in Venezuela, right? Like legal dollars. I'm talking about like getting dollars freely in the market just because you need to buy something from overseas or something or some shit on the internet. Well, it's like they basically allow you. They give you an allowance of $400 per year, legal dollars, right? Which are the only dollars that you can get to buy stuff on the internet, unless you get paid in dollars directly, like I don't know, into a PayPal account or something like that, or if
Hmm.
you have an account outside of Venezuela, which I don't. So I spent many years using a cracked version of FL Studio.
Ah. Oh
It's
no.
like I just couldn't do it any other way. But as like when I finally started getting my gigs, right? Because I was actually like I want to pay for this, but I just can't because of this fucking situation. So when I started getting my gigs and started getting money in like getting dollars and stuff, and I set up this PayPal account which is linked to my mother's account. So I actually paid for the license, and I think it's on my mother's name or something. I had to have it changed. It was like this, but anyways. And then I wrote them like, "Hey, dude, you know what? I'm paying for this now, but I just want to tell you my story so you know what's up. I don't want to sound like an ass because I mean it's gonna surprise you that I'm telling you that I've been using this for the last 10 years and I'm paying for it now. So yeah, I used the cracked version because of blah 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 blah. But they knew it. Like Scott told me he was absolutely aware of the strange economic policies in Venezuela. So I told him like, dude, I'm completely willing to push this software as much as possible because I was like, love it. I mean, it's like if there's no FL, there's no Zardonic. So and he gave me the power user contract, and I was like, I got shit faced that day. I had to.
Yeah, like they are used to that kind of stuff. ImageLine is a very much an international company, and other countries totally have like exactly the same problem. Like a lot of the Middle Eastern countries have similar issues, and there's plenty of like there's an Iranian power user, and he runs into this problem all the time. So like they're like that's probably like the most legit reason to have a cracked version of FL Studio, and
Yeah.
they're totally on board with
I
that.
mean, if you live in Germany, if you live in the US, and you have a cracked version of something, it makes no sense.
It is somewhat of an unfortunate position,
Mm.
indeed. So.
I don't want to be there.
Now, but it's good. It's good. You have arrived. You're all legit and good. It's pretty excellent.
Yeah.
So, talk to me about this mask that you've got.
All right.
That's pretty important.
Well, first thing I can tell you is that in the background, you have right there, you're actually using the old one.
Mm, okay.
So that one's made of cloth. That was the people's favorite, though. Like, I thought I was gonna use that one forever because I thought it was perfect. But basically, that mask got stolen after my second gig with it.
Ooh, that
The
sucks.
first, yeah, first gig was with Dimmu Borgir in Venezuela. Then my first gig, yeah, I fucking opened for Dimmu Borgir with that shit on.
That's epic. That is the most epic ever.
Yeah, man.
I'm so
Dude's
jealous. Shit, man.
yeah, dude's put a great show live, man. You have no idea. Super great guys. With Shagrat is kind of, he's strange, but
Mm.
not an asshole. He's just strange. He's kind of like agoraphobic. So he hates people, but he can't help it. So you can't blame him for not being nice. He just can't. But like Galder, he's like this interesting. He has this attitude like, oh yeah, Venezuela. Ah man, thank you so much for coming here. You know, he's always like that. And then there's this other dude. I don't know how you say that in English. We say Silenos, like the dude, the main guitarist, right?
Mm.
So I think that was the nicest one actually. But they're Norwegian. It's like and we are like this. We are like absolutely warm people, and then when they come here, it's like, I mean, you can tell they're being nice, but they're like completely different culturally from us.
Yeah.
So it's like they're all super distant and reserved and slow, like that. Don't thank you so much. And we're all hyper, like, TV marketing, what's up? I'm so fucking happy to see you, man. Yeah, fucking listen to all your opposite shit. But
Man.
anyways, yeah. Anyways, I went completely off topic because I had to. It was Timmy Burger. But
Timmy
yeah,
Burger, man.
second gig, I played my first show in my European tour in 2012 in Portugal. After that show, disappeared. The bag with everything.
Wow.
No, hold on. Can you hear that?
Yes, I can.
Is
What?
it too loud or
Well,
can
what?
you still hear my voice?
I can hear you, but what is that?
I don't know,
Stop.
some bike, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's off now. Whatever.
Sound like a vacuum.
That's one thing you see in Latin America, like all over the place. People love making noise in the streets, like more than they should.
Oh God, they do. They really do. It
Yeah,
makes it makes
I mean,
building a it makes like having a studio somewhat difficult because it's like, especially where I live, like on my road, it's not a very populous road, but every once in a while like a bus will pass through, and like I'm on the ground, so when that
mhm.
happens, like it's like an earthquake, and it's all boomy and big, and I'm like, okay, I guess I can't listen to anything for the next 2 minutes. Cool, but it's not anywhere near as bad as like a city like New York City or something. It's just like constant
uh,
loudness at all hours of the day.
man, I don't know. I guess we just can't get rid of it. But if
Yeah.
you ask me, honestly, probably, I don't know. I'd probably live in the top of a fucking mountain and make my music there and like be completely away from society and in silence and no one. And then, oh, well, it's just gonna be a pain in the ass if I need to get a couple, beers or something. Because yeah, it will probably take me at least like 2 hours to go down to the real world and enter a bar. Because eventually I do need my dose of that. But dude, Jesus, I mean, it's a fucking well, it's Saturday today, but to me it feels like Sunday because I had this gig yesterday here in Argentina. So I don't know. To me, it feels like I'm so fucking hungover and tired right now. My neck is killing me. The last thing I want to hear is a fucking bike on my ass. Like shut up. But anyways, so yeah, the mask unintentionally had to evolve because it got stolen.
Mm.
I had to play like a couple gigs without the mask. Had a new one done, which was kind of cool. It had better material, but the shape was not right. But it did the job to end the tour. After the tour, it was completely fucking bike, dude. Fuck that dude. Anyway, he's gone. Yeah. So yeah, that second mask didn't last too long. It did what it did, and then uh, I went back to Venezuela and had this third one done by the same person who did the last one, but it wasn't too good. Like he was still on the trial and error phase.
Yeah.
And anyways, but I went and did another tour with that one. Then came back and told him like, okay, dude, thank you so much for this. You really saved my ass. But now shit's gonna get real. Like, if you need more money, I'll gladly give you more money. But I need you to make a mask that will basically allow me to put a mirror in the middle of it. And when I take it out, I'm going to see exactly the same. It has to be fucking Photoshop symmetrical. Like, I need that. No one has been able to do that shit. It's like everyone's so too fucking human to do something like that. It's like you need a fucking 3D printer or you don't do it. But okay, so I forced him into that so much. I was like so like retarded nitpicky with him. And yeah, it's not 100% symmetrical, but I'd say 95%. You know, it's good enough. It's really, really good. It did the job.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was this dude from Venezuela, from a fucking town called Yaritagua, which probably has no, it probably still has streets without pavement. Like it's in the middle of fucking nowhere. The dude worked as a security guard at this rock and roll bar. There's like 3 squares from my house, 3 blocks from my house. I mean, I think he overheard me, like the conversation about the mask, like saying, "Oh, dude, I got this fucking mask stolen in Europe. Fucking Portuguese motherfuckers." No offense, I love Portugal and they know it, but I'm talking about those fucking Portuguese motherfuckers who took my mask.
All right.
Anyways, so he overheard me and he was like, "Hey, dude, you know what? I'm crafting masks and stuff like that in glass fiber." And I'm like, well, that sounds interesting. You know, yeah, I'd be down to try whatever. But I was already kind of let down because this other girl, a friend of mine, tried to do one. And I'm just going to skip that topic because it was horrible.
Oh boy.
It was cringe-worthy. It was really, really. Anyways, so this other dude jumps in and he tells me he's crafting masks. And I'm like, well, I'll give you a picture of how the character looks, and maybe you can show me some draft or something, and then we can talk business. Because you just told me, I gotta be honest with you, like I'm not gonna put it one single time until I know that what you're doing is actually working for me. But if it works, I'm gonna give you every single penny. Like I'm gonna pay for everything. So he comes back with this really, really good drawing, like a sketch. And I'm like, well, if this dude has this pose and this criteria, maybe he has the same pose for sculpting the mask. Because it was flawless. Like, his drawings are flawless. It was so good. I saw myself as a Marvel character or something like that.
You look like it.
And yeah, not intentionally, but yeah, I do. People keep saying I look like Spawn, like Predator, and honestly, it's like it wasn't even inspired in any of that. I just had this logo and I wanted to put it on my face so people will never forget it. It was just a marketing strategy.
It was a
But
smart
of
one.
course, after I put the mask on for the first time, I realized that this is not going to be just a marketing strategy. This is like an entirely new universe in potence right here. So there we go. So I did the mask. He did an okay job, and then he did this last one, which is fucking great, and it's over there, like so far away from me, and I'm absolutely not gonna get out of my bed. But if I see someone walking by, I'll ask him to bring it to me so you guys see it.
Okay then.
How to noise? Hold on. Sí, ¿qué sí?
Y vos estás ahí, mira,
Sí, estoy acá.
Hello, my name is Zardonic.
Re
Hello,
yankee.
hello.
Y estoy en entrevista en
Ah,
vivo.
bien,
Un
estoy en la
beso.
entrevista. ¿Cómo estás?
Estoy con el cuello sin mierda. Hazme un favor, que no me puedo ni parar. Pásame el bolso que tiene una máscara. Aquel.
Ese. ¿Estás ahí hablando con alguien?
Sí, sí, está en vivo. Está pasándose. Mira, mira cómo está.
Ok.
Está por Ustream. Acá estoy.
Ah, ahí va.
My friend Anto.
Hi.
Hello.
A ver. Okay, here's the fucking mask. Ay, gracias, solo más.
No es nada igual, pero.
Sí, no, pero algo hace. You see that? They spoil me too much, man. I fucking love these people. Argentina is amazing.
So sounds like a good
Coolest
time.
people you'll find in Latin America, hands down. Well, unless you run into the typical, like the stereotypical, pretentious people from the capital of Buenos Aires. But in general, everyone's so fucking cool. Like, I actually think those people are pretty much the minority. It's like these Argentinians have this fame on being pretentious, and it's bullshit. Everyone's so fucking cool. That's just the minority, but like they say, the most annoying things are the things you remember first.
Yeah.
But nah, everyone's here is just so cool. Anyways, dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. There you go. See that shit?
That was really
It's
good looking.
beautiful.
Look at it.
It's, okay, so I put a lot of things on. Like I put this black cloth behind it, so the entire face is black, and some other stuff. It's all sweaty. Yeah, yeah, not good. Oh, and my glasses. I almost forgot I had glasses. I squashed them last night, so probably gonna need new ones anyways.
Do you
I
wear the
completely
glasses?
squashed them.
Do you wear them in the mask?
No. I just put them there because I had nowhere else to put them.
Oh.
Forgot to bring the case. So yeah, I just separate the both sides of the hair like that, and just put it on. Both one. Okay, I'll put it on. Fucking hate this shit.
Yeah.
But you see,
Look at
you need
that.
the black cloth so you don't see my nose. So
Yeah.
people actually believe that I don't have a nose and I'm some sort of alien or some shit like that. But I mean, I don't know. It's like I kind of liked the way it was like slowly becoming some biomechanic cyborg or something like that. But
That's pretty
since
cool.
everyone is trying to be a fucking robot
Yeah.
and a cyborg,
That's the thing.
and I said no, Zardonic is not going to be anything different from what it is. A dude with a fucking cool mask. I'd rather be some sort of like post-apocalyptic punk raider or some shit like that. But fuck being a robot, man. Everyone wants to be a robot. It's like we're losing our humanity. It's like all this fucking Transformers orgy with the beats. I hate it. I think it's obnoxious. I think we need to go back to I don't know, finding that balance between the real fucking instruments and the electronic sounds, because we're gonna get to a point where it's just not going to be entertaining or interesting anymore. It's like, yeah, I can do that. Everyone can do that. You just need a computer, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So we need to find that balance. That's what I think.
I feel like that's why, like, I mean, we're all metalheads, and like one thing that metal definitely has over like electronic music is the idea of like the performance, just because like watching like a drummer, like a metal drummer, do his thing, and like watching a lead guitarist like do some crazy sweep or something, like it's much more, it's definitely much more engaging, you know.
Yeah,
for me personally.
absolutely, man.
And like I've tried to find some like middle ground, like performing like the DJ thing versus like actually performing something, and it's hard. Like I don't know how to even. I can't. Like, I haven't. Like that kind of deal. So
Mm,
Fede, mostrales.
It is
que tenés-
possible.
Mostrales tu
¿Qué?
vestimenta.
y no,
Qué
ni
lindo que
pedo.
está.
No, ni pedo, ni pedo, ni pedo. No, yo acá no me paro.
¿Por qué mostrar qué lindo que tenía la
No.
pollera? Dale, dale.
Yeah, hold on. Sorry. Yeah, we're all getting Argentinian already. Che, ¿qué van a hacer?
Ah, secreto.
¿Cómo que secreto?
No, vamos a salir un toque que Harry tiene que hacer unas cosas.
Ah, miralo.
Bueno, pero era secreto.
Bueno, pero que vienen ahora.
Y sí,
Y traigan birra.
dale.
Buenísimo. Ya está. Yeah, I'm just making sure whenever someone goes out, like, I need them to bring beer.
beers.
Anyways, yeah, sorry. You were asking about the whole like merging the DJ stuff with the metal stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's possible, but well, not to brag, because it's not like I'm intentionally bragging when I'm saying this. But since I'm a metal and electronic music artist, I don't think anyone has done it right. Like you don't do a band called fucking Limp Bizkit and have someone as obnoxious as fucking Fred Durst, and have this. Well, the DJ was actually good. DJ Lethal, he's pretty talented, but I don't think that's an example like a good example of the electronic music and metal music genres merged. Because there's nothing really electronic about that. It's just some dude making a couple noises, and oh yeah, you have a DJ element right there. No, that's not the DJ element. And then on the other hand, you have the DJs who sample a couple things from fucking, I don't know, Metallica or something, and then I'm a metal drum and bass DJ, and then the rest of the song has no guitars at all, no vocals. Like it doesn't feel like a real metal song. So I think what I'm trying to do is like to actually compose a track that feels metal, but like the background beats, the bass beat, is a dance music beat, hardcore drum and bass, electro, whatever. But I'm just thinking like that. It's like, okay, I need this riff right here. Like I'm thinking like a, regular metal song structure, and eventually, pushing the boundaries a little bit on the breakdowns and outros and doing some special stuff. But I'm trying right now to make my tracks feel like they're meant to be metal tracks. Except I just ditched the fucking blast beats and drummers and changed it for dance music patterns. Because, yeah, you can't really dance to blast beats.
Yeah.
Albeit I love it.
I mean, honestly, for real, I've never been that much of a big a fan of like actual blast beats in general. Like my vocalist, he's into black metal, and I can't do it. I can't do it. See, like I love that. Oh my god! But okay, let's take some questions from the chat.
It's all good. I mean, each to their own. I used to be like a black metal nut, and I thought like everything else was shit. But at this point, dude, I listen to. I mean, I'm guilty of liking Ace of Base and Michael Jackson and fucking salsa music and shit.
Michael Jackson's pretty good though. Not gonna lie, like Michael Jackson's pretty good.
Yeah, he's got. Anyways, yeah, let's check that chat. Right. I haven't seen anything.
This guy's been actually asking this a bunch. He said he wanted to ask about mixing guitars with electronic music, since we're just talking about that. How do you, like you were just mentioned how you write you approach composing it, but how do you approach the engineering aspect of it? Like how do you actually make guitars and electronic elements fit?
It's a fucking pain in the ass, and I'm gonna tell you why. Basically, the bottom end of the guitars, right? That shit. It's peaking on a frequency range that you're supposed to kill in electronic music because it sounds like shit in clubs. Like total shit. But if you kill that, you're losing the body of the guitar. Makes it sound thin. So, yeah, it's like, I think sometimes what I do is like, I layer some synth, like picking around those frequencies, but so in a way that I can control it.
Yeah.
Right? And then the guitar is actually high passed, but not so much, just a little, like, because I still need a bit of the body there. But say in case I feel they're feeling too thin, I don't really bring up the low mids of it because they feel too marky. Because they're meant to be marky. It's distortion.
Exactly.
So what I do is I have a clean low mid section, right, with a synth that accompanies the guitar, and then it kind of does the trick. And of course, huge fucking subs following the same thing that the guitar is doing. That's important.
Just like real metal.
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, yeah, eventually, no. If you play my shit next to fucking like Anal Nathrak or some shit like that has ridiculous amounts of bass and highs on the guitars, yeah, they're probably gonna sound way meaner. But they sound like shit in clubs because it's not club music, and that's the thing. Like finding that balance, it's hard, but I don't know. I manage a couple multi-band limiters as well to push the very sub end a little more.
So when you layer the synth with the guitar, do you run it through the same processing, or you just do it by like parallel?
Sometimes I run it through the same bus because I don't really have a lot on my guitar channel, just some EQ and maybe a compressor. But no, I got rid of the compressor. Last time I remember, the compressor was actually interfering with what I needed. Oh, I do use this multi-band compressor around those frequencies, between 100 and 200 hertz.
Mm.
So when the palm muting makes the whole thing go like too much, kind of lowers it a little without without dampening the general warmth of the guitars.
Yeah. What do you
So
do? You record out of an actual amp?
no, it's all Stradish too, and some free amp plugins. But I don't know what I'm gonna do actually, because I'm happy with the guitar sound on some of the tracks. Like on some of the tracks, I'm actually like, wow, I should be a fucking guitar engineer because I love this. But on a couple others, I'm like, yeah, this isn't sitting right. So maybe I'm just gonna compose draft version, so to say, of the album, and then have someone engineer the guitar sound, or and maybe have someone play the rhythm guitars if it's necessary. I'm already having a guy doing all the solos. Actually, it's gonna have solos.
That's badass.
All of the fucking tracks are gonna have solos, like it's meant to be, like real metal. Like I'm like. I don't know, man. I guess I'm just getting old or something. But I feel like Jack Black, when he says like metal used to be real. And it's so funny because we know we're all just a bunch of nerds pretending to be badass, but we love it that way, right? And this new music just has no fucking substance. Like, I hate it, man. If you talk to me about deathcore, metalcore, I think it's gay as fuck. No offense to gay people, because I love gay people. I have an uncle that's gay. I have nothing against gay people. But you know what I mean when I say it's gay as fuck, right?
Indeed.
Uh, So I don't know. I mean, each to their own, of course. I'm not going to diss on anyone, but that's my taste, and that's what I want to portray in my tracks. I need them to feel real, raw, like fucking straight from the heart, not this technical riffing and solos that feel like a fucking computer. I already got enough of computer elements in my music. I need solo that feels like fucking Trey as a dot or something from Morbid Angel. That kind of soloing. Shit that feels it's coming straight from the heart, like that.
Like Kerry King or something. Old Slayer stuff.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That kind of shit. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. And, well, I got signed to E1 Music now. And now I can say it because, like, the signature is in the paper. Like, it's happened. It's the ball's rolling. So I might be able to actually get Kerry King at some point. Why not? Like, those guys have the doors. They have access to knock on the doors, and well, knocking on the doors is not really coming in, but
That's more than
the
I got.
possibilities there. Yeah,
That's more than I could ever say. That'd be pretty badass, man. That'd be like the coolest thing ever.
yeah. Well, the one thing that I think is going to happen, like the one guitarist that I think I'm going to work with before anyone else, it's probably going to be Zach Wild, because they already showed him the music, and he was like, dude. He's insane. Have him do anything he wants with my tracks. We can talk about everything. So yeah, Zach Wild is gonna happen.
Wow, man, that's exciting.
That's gonna happen.
That's really fucking exciting. I'd be like off the wall with that, man.
Oh, dude. I mean, I already went through that phase, so that's why I'm kind of calmer about it. But it still gives me so much joy. But yeah, I already went through the phase of being like, And yeah, I'm too tired to jump around, but I'm still jumping around in my head.
I could see it. I could see the jumping.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, anyways, yeah, things are going well. Just regarding the whole engineering thing and mixing metal with EDM, what I can tell people also is like you guys out there, you just do whatever the fuck you want and push it. That's all I can tell you. Like, I can be here just bragging about real metal and how I don't like Suicide Silence or Bring Me the Horizon, but I have a lot of friends who do. And actually, I had this friend from the US who did this amazing remix of Suicide Silence in dubstep. And I hate Suicide Silence and I hate dubstep, but that shit was so fucking cool. So at the end of the day, good music is good music, and if you believe in what you do, you just push it and do whatever you want. I respect that.
Yeah.
And I want to hear it, because I'm feeling right here that with this E1 music thing, we're actually at the verge of this really huge opportunity. I think this could become something like the black metal scene in Norway. Well, minus the church burning, of course.
Yeah,
But you
minus
know,
the
it's like
devastation and
how.
sadness.
Yeah. But I think we can start a fucking like a brand new scene. Like you see Future Doom, for example. Have you heard of Future Doom?
I have heard of Future Doom.
Yeah, it's. I don't really think they have a lot of metal elements. Like it's just a couple of things here and there, but I think the concept's great. And then you got me, and then you also got Cell Dweller, who's been doing this shit for a long time.
Yeah.
But he was, I think he was more like electronic rock, and now he's doing a more EDM approach to his music, which is great. So I think the scene is like slowly gathering until we all become metal EDM artists, and we're gonna have huge festivals with strictly metal EDM stuff.
Yeah, man.
Like I see that shit happening
That'd
at
be
some
pretty
point.
great. See what I'm really excited about is like have you ever seen Netsky's live set?
Not really, but I mean, I know he's a very well-respected dude. It's fucking huge, but I don't know what he does live.
He has like a band. Like he has like an electronic drummer, like some keyboardists, I think like a bassist or something, and like they actually like play their stuff like a band. And like that's really what I want to see happen. Like if, especially for something like your music or like Salvador's music. Like imagine like being able to play all the elements of that live. Like that would be like a band,
At
like a
some
metal
point,
band.
it's gonna happen. But I just think you gotta do that move in like the right time, right? I mean, Netsky is probably at a point where he's getting probably 50 quid or something per live show. You know,
Mm.
50,000 quid. I mean,
Yeah.
so he can afford to pay, like the promoters can afford to pay for the tickets for four motherfuckers, plus the sound engineer, plus the roadies, plus the girlfriends, plus
Yeah.
all the booze and the hotels and all that shit, and the 50,000 quid,
Just like a real metal band.
pretty much. But the one thing that I like about Zardonic also, I like to be alone. I like to travel alone. I feel free. I feel my wings grow bigger
Mm.
when I'm traveling alone. And I'll get all the money for myself because I'm a fucking like greedy bastard.
I mean there is
And
that
well,
benefit.
as much as Sardonic is growing and it's really getting there, it's like, well, yeah, it's like I don't really feel like spending my money on band members yet because I think I can spend it on something else, like a better visual show. I think before having band members, which I do want to have band members at some point, but before that, I think I'd rather invest in something like we were just talking about Michael Jackson. Like, dude, his fucking live shows, he will appear out of a fucking roller coaster live. That kind of shit. Like, fuck the
Yeah.
band members.
I
It was him. I mean, he still had the band members playing, of course, but I would rather invest in stage show, so to say. The stage,
the
what do
visual
you call it?
aspect of it.
Yeah, the visual thing. Like some lights and some shit and some 3D stuff, some holograms, or I don't know. I'd rather
Yeah.
invest in that. And then the band members, of course. Why not? Sure, I love it.
Yeah. Like for me personally, it's all like I am in a band, like I'm in a metal band, and like that's what I did first before I started doing
Mm.
electronic stuff. So like having been in a band, having played the music, all of it for real, like quote unquote for real, like it's like that's what I'm used to. And then like when I go and try to do the real DJ thing, like I can't like get into it. I just feel weird doing it. And that's why I'm interested in, and especially in like the genre crossover stuff of like you and like Blue Stolly and Sal Dweller, pretty much everyone else on Fixed. Like they like you did a track with Voicians, didn't you?
Yeah, actually, well, actually, that was my track. I just hadn't played the guitars,
Ah,
but yeah. But I mean, he still. I mean, I just love that guy, and I just felt like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna give you the credit because I love you anyways. And people loved it. It was actually good for both of us because I reached his fans and he reached my fans, so we both doubled our fan bases now. And well, I think we're actually gonna get on a real track for my album. We're already he already showed me this demos of different tracks that he did. It was just like 1 minute demos, and he sent me this track that was so good. I told him like, dude, this is it. So yeah, we can expect an actual real collaboration, like composed by both of us, not just me bossing him out like, he's played this. So it's gonna be more interesting. Gonna have him sing too. I think he has an amazing voice.
He
So
does.
yeah, for the next album, there's going to be a real Zardonic and Boycians collaboration.
That's very exciting. I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
This is my excited
Yeah.
face. You can't
All
really
right.
see, but I promise you I'm excited.
Yeah, I can't see. I can't see it now, but I'll see it in about 30 seconds.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. On. Almost got it.
It's coming.
It's coming. Oh my god. Did I miss it, or is that just your excited face?
This is my excited face. I've been pretty much. I've been on. This is my on. I've been on pretty much for the last hour. I'm good. So
Fair enough.
you were talking about this earlier about how like people from where you are very warm and active and like all excitable and good and like people.
Not Brazil. Not Brazil.
No,
Venezuela.
Venezuela.
Yeah. You know, Hugo Chavez, Bolivarian Revolution. That's where I'm from.
Ah, yes, yes.
Yeah. And, well, it's Latin America anyways. We all have a lot of things in common. But, yeah, we also have our differences. Like I love it here in Argentina, actually. I think people here are great. But, yeah, it's like we have, like, huge cultural differences. Like, huge. But in general, I think people in Latin America are, like, usually, like, warmer than the rest of the world. Like, you know, well, it's kind of like Spanish people, right? Like we have that heritage. Everyone speaks Spanish in Latin America, from Mexico to down to fucking Chile, with the exception of Brazil and Suriname and Belize.
Belize, yeah.
Everything else is fucking Spanish. Even half the fucking United States speaks Spanish. Like the Spanish colonization was all over the Americas. So
It was pretty effective.
I mean, so yeah, so I guess we inherited a little bit of their culture. So yeah, we're kind of similar to Spanish people, I'd say.
Yeah, I have like my friends are all like from Sweden and like that like the Netherlands and stuff like that. So they're all very like low key.
Yeah, they're probably super calm like that. Yeah, we've been working on this new album, and it's really good. We're very happy with the results. Yeah, like that, right?
That was pretty good. You would
It's
fit
so
right in.
fucking boring, man. Like those dudes need, I don't know. It's they need to come to the Caribbean for once, man, and get the fucking, you know, Latin flavor into them a little bit. But when all of these Swedish musicians and Norwegian musicians come to Venezuela, well, a couple exceptions, but in general they love it. It's like it can be a little bit overwhelming, but just wait until they see the women. That's it.
End of story.
End of that fucking story, man. That's how it goes.
Indeed.
And dude, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to read the chat messages.
The chat's
Are people actually watching this?
Sometimes.
They're having a whole conversation of their own right there.
They do
Hey,
that.
you join the fucking interview. It's right here.
Now you gotta give them like 30 seconds to hear you say that.
Yeah. Probably.
That's what happens.
You know what I mean? I'm just reading. This
Okay.
sounds glitchy as censored. Dark step. Yeah, I'm from Sweden. Nah, they are into the conversation. We are talking about my country. Ha. Very proud. This guy is amazing. Oh, so I am. Thank you so much. I love you guys. And I love Sweden. Just so you know, I love Sweden. Every fucking metal band that comes out of Sweden is gold. Every single fucking band, man. Dismember, Abdicates, In Flames. Well, Old In Flames.
Old In
Nah,
Flames.
New In Flames is also pretty cool. It's just not my thing, but they are
Not as good as
still
Old In Flames.
Swedish, so they can do whatever they want. Carcass, fucking Soilwork, dude. The latest album of Soilwork, insane what those guys did. Darkane, well, yeah. As you can see, I'm pretty literate.
You are
Into the
well
whole-
versed. That's a very impressive.
Yeah.
Speaking of In Flames, this is kind of old news, but what did you think of the In Flames Pendulum collaboration when that happened?
I love it. Played it a couple times, but I mean, it's funny because actually, Paul from Pendulum told me like they scared people off with that song and they couldn't play it anymore. And I was like, dude, are you serious? This is like, I mean, this tune, this is probably around, I don't know, the first 15 minutes of my set. Are you serious?
I
I mean,
guess.
they were playing pop festivals, so.
Yeah, I mean, if they're playing the shows that they regularly play in like Glastonbury or something, like I can see that being kind of a problem. Like that song, like when I first heard that, I saw the names. I'm like, is that a typo? Like I was confused, and I heard it, and I'm like, damn,
What do
this
you
is
mean?
this is the future right here. It's kind of because like
Oh,
definitely ahead of the time, I think, because now I think people would love it like more than they did when they came out.
I love it, man. And I'm gonna push it forward. I don't care. But here's the thing. You know how I used to be like strictly drum and bass and stuff, and now I'm trying to push the boundaries and try to, I don't know, fucking make metal with not only drum and bass but also electro and other stuff. Because that's one thing he told me. Because I was talking to him about that, like, hey, so how can we make this formula work? Like maybe drum and bass and metal is too much, but what about metal and electro? And he was like, that's a winning combination. And it's true. I mean, I love metal with anything. I'm gonna do it with everything, but I'm gonna start like the next album's probably going to be 60% metal and drum and bass, and the other 40% is gonna be like half electro and metal, glitch hop and metal, breakbeat and metal, maybe dubstep and metal. I don't know. I'm gonna try everything and see how people react to those rhythms, and depending on that, I'm gonna follow through. Like if it's drum and bass, it's drum and bass, or maybe I can just do a little bit of everything forever.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I have a very like I have this hunch on electro and metal. I think because electro is actually, I mean, drum and bass is really aggressive and stuff, but electro is actually more banging. It's like it kind of has this Rob Zombie feeling to it, you know?
Yeah, no, it definitely has.
Like
You can get into it.
that's kind of it's like slower, right? I think the drum and bass stuff is probably going to be better for like the end of the sets when it's getting like Slayery,
Yeah,
for the more
very high
extreme
energy.
metal heads and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I've always thought that like drum and bass was like the thrash metal of EDM. Like
likewise.
that's kind of how I felt about that. And like electro metal makes sense. Like electro speed, kind of like that regular speed metal. Not speed metal. You could just do speed metal EDM. That'd be great. But then like
Yeah. That'd be weird though. I think that could be a little bit too cheesy. Like I tried it. I did this bootleg remix of Primal Fear. Metal is forever, forever. With drum and bass, and I mean people dug it, but it was kind of like a comedy for comedy value.
yeah, yeah.
It's like probably 90% of the people I was playing it to didn't know shit of what they were hearing, and they were like, "Yeah, like cheesy heavy metal with drum and bass. That's fun. That's cool. Let's dance to it." But it's nothing like, "Oh my god, Primal Fear."
Yeah, see, like that's one thing I definitely know about people who are not into metal is that if you listen to metal vocals, any style of metal vocals by themselves, they are
Fucking cheese.
they are so funny. It's just so goddamn like if you ever listen to King Diamond like by himself,
That's like the cheesiest thing ever.
I know it's so good. It's like
it is what it is, but we love it. I mean, we love it. I was just telling you, man, we're just a bunch of big fucking nerds pretending to be badass, but it's so cheesy as fuck. I mean, I remember me being a black metal nut. I was like heavy metal, speed metal, power metal. That's so cheesy, man, like dragons and shit. And the like like after time went on and I delved into electronic music and shit and started listening to jazz and stuff, I looked back into black metal and was like, dude, this is as cheesy, if not more, than power metal. It's
black
like
metal.
instead of singing
Yeah.
of fucking like about fucking dragons and shit, you're sounding like fucking Golem and you're singing about Satan. Ah! I mean, I love it. I love it. I'm guilty. I still love it, but yeah, it can get a little cheesy. Maybe. Well, there are a couple bands that I can say they don't really sound cheesy. They actually sound pretty fucking scary. I don't know if you heard this band from France called Archon in Faustus.
I have not heard it. I'll look. I'll look it up
It,
later. See, like,
I'll let me see if I can write it on your Skype so you put it on the chat room and tell everyone to Google them. Archon. The name is so over the top, like real metal. But I love those guys. They are actually scary as fuck. I'd say they're really fucking scary. Um,
I fear
hold
just
on.
killed your video.
Yeah, fucking cell phone. I hate this shit. The hell? Hold on. I'll get there. I'll get there. Here. Stephen.
It's back.
Oh, yay! I'm back.
Okay.
Alright. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What kills me about black metal is like the hipster engineering that goes into it. Like it's I know there's a band from where I am that like only put out their album on tape. Like on tapes. They had like one song online. They didn't do vinyl, they didn't do CDs, they did tapes. Like, and then I don't mean like they mastered it on tape, like reel to reel, and they made it really. I mean they like field recorded their band playing in a basement somewhere on a fucking tape, and that was their album. Like, I can't, and like that shit, they do that shit on purpose. Like, I hate, like I can understand like the indie nature of like, you know, they don't have money, so they can't record anything else, so they can only record. They got one broken microphone.
No. They do it on purpose.
I know they do it on purpose, and that kills me. I can't deal with that. Like I don't deal with that.
I mean, I think it would be interesting to release some tapes at some point myself, but not like strictly tapes. You know, you just do something like for collectors, something like special edition or something. But no, I think it would be stupid to fucking. I mean, yeah, it's like you say, it's like this hipster nature of it. It's like they're like trying so hard to be underground or something. It's like their music is too, I don't know, intelligent to be understood by normal humans. I'm like, fuck that, man. I remember I said it on this interview. You know how Dark Throne turned down a Grammy?
No, damn.
Yeah, they did. They were nominated for the Norwegian Grammys, and with Satyricon and Enslaved and a bunch of other bands, and they turned it down. They said, fuck this nomination, we are a black metal band. Dude, you don't do that. You don't, I said it on this interview, you don't fucking say no to Angelina Jolie opening her fucking legs to you. You know? I mean, they could have changed the entire industry, man. I mean, we need good music already. I think that actually part of the reason why we have so much shit music on the radio is because of the hipsters. Because they're not really approaching these radios with this music. So the only people who do are these big companies investing in these shit artists, because all of the real good musicians don't really invest their time into this. And
yeah,
that's what they need to do. If it's fucking marketing, man, do it. Push your shit. Fuck yeah, let everyone hear it. Bring on the fame and riches. What's better than having all that you want and still getting away with doing the music that you like to do? You know?
Yeah, that's that concept that like people are like, oh, you selling out, man. Like, you damn right I am. Fucking, of course I am. What's wrong with you?
I'm almost 30 years old. I want to buy myself a new house. I want to be ready for whenever I have children. I want to have a fucking decent job. I want to have fucking 6 to 7 digits per year in my account. Why not? Who's gonna tell me not to do it? Now, if I have to do fucking pop music or reggaeton to get that much, then yeah, I wouldn't do it. But if I do get that much money from doing the music that I love to do, bring it on.
Exactly.
Why not?
Yeah. All right, so we're almost done here. We've been about doing this for now an hour. So anyone who has questions, ask actual questions, and then we will read them. Okay.
This is a cool stream. Dicks. trying so hard to stay underground. Truth to be said, he's 30 people. Bullshit. Zardonic to you, listen, Behemoth. I love Behemoth. I fucking love Behemoth, and that's the best example of a death metal band, or black metal, however you want to call it, that made it huge. That guy's a rock star. That he said he makes more money than any pop musicians in Poland. There you go.
There you go.
That's a good example. So, Zardonic, why do you do what you do? Because
Guys, come on.
What's your thoughts on big room music? Each to their own. I hate it. People love it. Whatever.
People really do love it.
Will you two ever collab? That'd be awesome.
That would be pretty sweet.
Why not?
Yeah, totally.
Why not?
Let's do it.
Why not? Fuck yeah. Just want to ask, VU meter or normal meter for gang staging? Just make sure it hits red. Everyone tells you that it should never hit red, but it's bullshit. When it hits red, that's when it's right.
They're gonna take you seriously.
That's-
They're gonna take that and run with it. Just so you know.
No. Well, you know what? You know what? Actually, it kind of depends on how you do it. But honest to God, that's how I get my mastering. Like, not actually. Like, there's some things you gotta clip in order to get that over the top loud sound. There's no other way to get it. You need to clip the fucking track. But of course, you know, you do need to. What's the word? You do need to make sure you're clipping the right things, like the drum transients, for example, and maybe a little bit of mix, but not that much. So in that case, yeah, it's not VU metering, but what did he ask again? Can you scroll up? VU metering or VU or DB? Okay, yeah, DB metering. Absolutely, DB metering. Because you're in the digital, you're working in the digital realm. You need DB metering.
Yeah.
VU metering is not going to do shit for you.
Actually, I always wondered about that. The whole VU metering thing and like RMS and all good stuff. Like
That's just people wanting to be hipsters and trying to be analog in the digital realm. It's not going to happen ever.
I like that. I'm good about
You're working in the digital realm and you need DB meters. That's how it works.
Okay, well, you definitely you blew up the chat with the clipping business. So
What are they saying? Clipping is the way. Let's go kill music. Clip. Oh man. I mean, yeah, you can say brag all you want about the loudness war or whatever, but dude, this is just the way it is.
true.
Fucking average dance music is like -6, -7 RMS. Average. That's how it is. If you don't sound that loud, you're not gonna get played. Another fucking story. I mean, maybe -8, -9. You can get away with -9, but less than that, no. It is the way it is. If you want to have music with a lot of dynamic range, just fucking play jazz, man, or listen to jazz. You know, this is heavy music. It's meant to sound distorted.
And
It's not classical music. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, right. Clipping Beethoven might not work out so well.
Zardonic, thanks, man. My school is pushing for VU meter, but yeah, you're right. I mean, maybe they know something that I don't. This is something that you need to know. Everyone does what works for each and every one of us, right? DB meters are what work for me. VU meters are probably just there looking cool and trying to be analog. That's it for me.
Yeah.
But maybe if I go to fucking audio school there, to the same audio school, maybe they'll tell me, dude, you're full of shit. VU meters are the shit. Because, you never know.
That's exactly how a professor would approach the situation. He would find a student and he would say, VU meters are the shit. Exactly. I mean, if you're using like, you know, a board or something like an actual analog desk, that might matter, but like I don't even know, honestly.
See,
so
clipping is right, period. The people of the world are speaking. This is the clipping revolution. No. I wanted to answer this question. Opinion on Deadmau5. I don't know if this is going to surprise you guys or not, but I love Deadmau5 and I think he's a fucking genius. I think he's
surprised by that.
great. his music, his marketing, his show, everything about Deadmau5, I love it. Every fucking track I've heard of him is great. I love it.
So actually, George, well, his name is not George in the chat, but he asked a while ago, "What's your favorite VST for bass?"
Um, I mean, I use FLC integrated 3X oscillator. That does it for me. And for the effects, I use I think it's a discontinued VST because I tried to pay for it and I didn't find it, so I had to sadly stick to my cracked version. It's Warp VST by Steinberg.
The what VST?
Warp,
Warp.
like WARP.
I never heard of it.
It's like an amp cabinet simulator. It's not too good for guitars, but you put that shit on your subs.
I have to try and find that.
Really good. Yeah, really good. And Maximus maybe sometimes,
Maximus,
for
yeah.
pushing the lower end.
I love
Yeah.
Maximus.
Yeah, so that's it. Deadmau5 is great because it doesn't go with the mainstream bullshit. Any producer that does that is great. Oh, do you know who Asking Alexandria are? Roland, do you listen to Linkin Park? I hate Asking Alexandria and I hate Linkin Park and fuck them. They're gay. They're gay. No, but it's all good. I mean, I fucking Linkin Park's manager is a friend of mine actually, and I have a lot of respect for them and everything. It's just I don't listen to the music because I don't dig it. It's not my thing. It's like I was telling this guy about big room music. It's not my thing, but people love it. Each to their own. Zardonic, what synths do you use? You use FL on a Mac. Fuck Mac.
Fuck Mac.
But I respect Steve Jobs though. That dude was spot on. Like he's my inspiration, but I hate Macintosh. Anything that comes from Apple is like I have a Samsung smartphone. When I see the iPhone, I'm like, what the fuck is this shit, dude? Bring me the Samsung. Same with PCs. I just can't deal with OS X. I just can't deal with it. Yeah. What synths do you use? Mostly FL integrated synths and couple freeware synths. There's this one called TAL Noisemaker.
Ah, yes.
Awesome synthesizer. Awesome. And yeah, mostly that. I did try a couple. I did try the usual because everyone was using Massive and shit, and I think it's a great synth. But when I realized that okay, this is going to make me sound like everyone else, I uninstalled it. Like I refuse to sound like everyone else. I refuse to use the same synths every time. If you ask me, like if I can get a good sound out of something, but on the next track I'm probably gonna use different synths, and the next one different synths. Dude, if you got all this variety of synthesizers, why are you going to stick to using the same fucking synthesizer every time? Makes no sense. I don't know.
Indeed. Okay.
What's your thoughts on Savant? Well, Savant agrees with me in what I just said, so I respect the guy. He doesn't. Some of his music is not really up my alley, but I respect the guy. You massive Razor or Ace? Yeah, none of that. Tall? Yeah, I know that. Holy shit! Can I have it? Okay, yeah, I think we need to go, right?
We're pretty good, but one more question I think it would be interesting if you answered was someone who asked, how long do you typically spend on a track?
It depends. If I have my ideas clear, I can pretty much make a playable version in one afternoon. But of course, it's probably going to take me like a couple weeks, 3 weeks, even a month to actually get it where I want it to be. But playable as in mixable, it's like it has good structure, has good sounds, but it's like, yeah, this could do better. And then add this other details. But in the middle of that, I'm working with the other tracks, so I can work pretty fast if my ideas are clear. Either not. I mean, that's what takes the longest time. Actually sitting down and writing an idea that I like and that can generate an entire track. But once I get like a good riff done, the whole track happens like 3 hours.
Cool.
Yeah.
Someone's spamming a question, but that's okay. So
Yeah.
we're pretty much good. We're a little bit over, but that's all right. Today has been the day of Zardonic.
Okay, wait. Yeah. We have this dude fucking flooding the chat. Let's just answer him so he shuts up. How do you get the vocal sounds and bring back the glory of restless slumber? Okay. Like this, motherfucker! And maybe a little bit distortion.
Yeah, maybe a little bit distortion.
And not this throat. You know, not after screaming my ass out and my lungs out in the fucking club last night.
Okay. On that note,
Okay.
we're gonna end it. If that was pretty excellent. If anyone has any questions about this, let me know. And as usual, have a nice day. Say
Alright.
goodbye.
Yeah.
Woo.